Okay, today we are going to be looking at multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. Again, this is a review. Multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. So by the end of today, you should be able to do that. Okay, we're just going to start doing some problems, okay? So it says 1/2 times 4/5. The rule is going to be to multiply your fractions straight across. You're going to multiply across the numerators, and you're going to multiply across the denominators, okay? And it says simplest form. Remember what simplest form means? It means to reduce. So if you look at number 1, it says 1/2 times 4/5. So I'm going to go straight across. I'm multiplying. 1 times 4 is 4. Over 2 times 5 is 10. And I got to ask myself, is that reduced? No. Each one of them has a 2 out of it and divides into it. And we get the answer of 2/5. Now there is another way. When we get to number 3, notice how big these fractions are. 15 over 24 times 3 over 20. And I've been doing this for a while now. And I know you guys have trouble multiplying correctly. So I'm going to show you a little trick that you probably learned in elementary school. But we always look to see if we can cancel. It's like, I call it cancel when you can. Kind of like whistle while you work. I think that was in Snow White. I'm not really quite sure. So cancel if you can. And I ask myself, does anything go into both 3 and 24? Do they share a factor? Yes, they do. They share a 3. So I'm going to cancel out a 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 24 divided by 3 is 8. I ask myself about the 15 and the 20. Do they share a common factor? Well, one ends in a 5, one ends in a 0, so they share a 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 20 divided by 5 is 4. This is just going to make my life a little bit easier. We take 3 times 1 in the numerator, which is 3, over 8 times 4, which is 32. So we get the answer of 3 over 32, 3/32. Remember, that's not anywhere close to being 1. Let's look at number 5. Number 5, it says 5/7 times 14/15. Well, I notice there's a 5. A 5 can go into both of those, so I'm going to cancel if I can. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Oh, look at 7 also goes into 14, so that's a 1. And that's a 2. Now I can go straight across. 1 times 2 is 2. Over 1 times 3 is 3, and that is in its simplest form. Okay, I want you to try number 7. And number 9. A little bit of a hint on number 9. If you look at 26 and 13, I think 13 times 2 is 26. So, to bring those problems back tomorrow, let's look at a problem like number 11, okay? Notice that 7 is a whole number, but 7 is also called a fraction. We can make it 7 over 1 times 2 over 7. So anytime you have a whole number, turn it into a fraction, which is also called a rational number. And now we notice that 7 becomes a 7 and 1, that 7 goes into both of them. Okay? So, go straight across. 1 times 2 is 2. Over 1 times 1 is 1. And I get the answer 2. Now we're going to go into multiplying mixed numbers. If you look at that, multiplying mixed numbers, you want to make sure that you turn them into improper fractions. Remember, get mad. Okay? So let's look at a problem like number 13. 13 says 4 1/2 times 1/3. This is a mixed number, so I got to get mad. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9 over 2 times 1/3. Now I'm back to what I was doing before. So 3 goes into 9 3 times, and it goes into itself 1. So now I go straight across, and I get 3 over 2. But do you guys notice that that is bigger than 1? So I'm going to take 2 into 3, goes in there 1, and I have 1 left over, 1 and 1/2 times. Okay? Look at number 15. 15 says, oh, it's another whole number. So I'm going to write this as 14 over 1 times, oh, we got to get mad. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17 over 7. And that 7 becomes a 1. 14 becomes a 2. I go straight across. 17 times 2 is 34 over 1, which gives me the answer 34. Look at number 17. Number 17 is a mixed number times another mixed number, right? So what we're going to do is get mad on both of them. 1 times 9 is 9, plus 4 is 13 over 9, times 2 times 7 is 14, plus 4 is 18 over 7. Okay, so I see that 9 can go into both of these. I'm going to make that a 1 and make that a 2. Nothing goes into both 13 and 7, so I can't cancel there. So I'm just going to go straight across. 13 times 2 is 26. Over 1 times 7 is 7. Okay, now this is more than 1. So 7 goes into 26. Let's see, 3 times, right? That's 21 with 5 left over. And we get the answer of 3 5/7. Let's look at number 19. Some of these get kind of messy, but if you guys notice, this is close to 11, and this is close to 4. If I take 11 times 4 and estimate, my answer should be close to 44. So 9 times 10 is 90, plus 7 is 97 over 9, times 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17 over 4. And you guys, this is a messy one because nothing cancels. So I'm going to take 97 times 17 and put it over 4 times 9, which is 36. And 97 times 17 is 1,649. Now this is where you're going to have to divide. 1,649 divided by 36. Remember, I estimated my answer to be 44. So I'm going to say 36 will go into 164 4 times. 36 times 4 is, 4 times 6 is 24, carry the 2, oh, that's 144. Subtract, I get a 0, drop down my, 6 minus 4 is 2, and then drop down my 9. Okay, and now I'm going to say 209 divided by 36. Remember, my answer was somewhere close to 44, but I can't, that's more than a 4, so I'm going to go 5. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3, that's 15, 18, and when I subtract, there's a 9, and then that 20 minus 18 is 2. There, I got it. So my answer to this one's going to be 45 and 29 over 36, and that is in its simplest form. Okay, so do those problems, and to remember, cancel if you can.